course of this series so far, we have talked about two major slashers in the Halloween industry who are very popular and who have had animatronics lined up after them. These two slashers are known as Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. Now, Jason Voorhees over the years has not had many lineups, all made by Jimmy and one by Morris Costumes. He has had about 4 in total, and while 3 of the 4 are really good, there is always that one that just spikes my interest and just makes me wonder why it was even produced. We all know that Michael Myers has had his fair share of these as well, being that the 2020 Jimmy Michael Myers was the most horrifying thing we've ever seen. Sadly, what people call the Morbid Enterprises Michael Myers, but some others don't, that one okay, but wasn't perfect. And sadly, the 2022 model, while the design was good, the music sadly still did not fit the profile of Michael Myers. Now, there is one slasher out there, however, that I have wanted to talk about for a little bit, and it's mainly because, while I know that this series is known as the I Haven't Seen in a While series, and this might apply to this slasher, I still feel like that this lineup is a lot better compared to the others, and that is Freddy Krueger. Now, there has been a total of 3 Freddy Krueger animatronics, and as a bonus, you could count the mini horror figure, but we'll just mention that one for now. But out of the 3 major ones, we have had nothing but 3 animatronics for Freddy Krueger. One made in 2005, one made in 2010, and one that was developed in 2019. Now, every Freddy Krueger animatronic, in my opinion, has never been flawed. All of them have had really good designs, and actually every single one of them have had good audio, and has even had good movements. I can't really complain about this lineup. However, considering how things are right now, I can definitely say that I have not seen a good Freddy Krueger animatronic in a while. Now, with that being said, I want to talk about this lineup and explain to you all and show you all what this lineup for Freddy Krueger is about. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the countdown for the Freddy Krueger animatronic lineup.
Tell him Freddy sent ya!
Come to Freddy. Welcome to my nightmare. I'm gonna split you in two. Ever play Skin the Cat?
So for the first animatronic that we have for Freddy Krueger, we have the life-size Freddy Krueger 2005 edition. This guy was sold between the times of 2005 to 2006 and sold at Spirit Halloween or Kmart during its time while it was still out in stores. The description of the fandom website actually explains it this way. The life-size Freddy Krueger made in 2005 was an animated Halloween decoration made in 2005 to 2006. It resembles the classic character Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street film series, wearing a signature red and green sweater, brown pants, hat, and finger knives. When activated by motion or button, he turns his head and moves his eyes and mouth as he says numerous phrases. Now, the phrases of this animatronic were very well put together. Sadly, however, this animatronic did have its small fair share of issues. Mainly the biggest issue that I personally had with it was that the speaker that they used in this animatronic was kind of muffled, kind of scratchy, and sadly it didn't lead to the best audio out there. The other issue that I also had was the fact that this animatronic did not have a try me button. This was, I believe, before Jimmy decided to start putting try me buttons on this guy, and he was mainly motion activated. Now, this animatronic, however, had some really good detail on him. The face matched Freddy Krueger's apparel very well. The overall outfit that they used and put on this animatronic looked very, very loyal to the original character, and I have to applaud Jimmy for that. Otherwise, there's really not many complaints that I have about this animatronic that was made by Jimmy in 2005. The only thing I can honestly say is that this Freddy Krueger definitely has a little more of a cartoonish look on him compared to the other models that we will be looking at. However, he still looks like the good character that we all have known and appreciated over the years. And while Freddy Krueger is definitely not cartoonish, he definitely matches the profile of Freddy Krueger rather well.
Oh, what's wrong? Did someone have a nightmare?
Ready or not, here I come. Why are you screaming? I haven't even cut you yet.
Coming up in the number 2 spot, we have the life-size Freddy Krueger from 2010. Now, this animatronic life-size of Freddy Krueger was a lot more well improved with better movements and original voice lines from the 2010 remake movie of The Nightmare on Elm Street. Staying true to that Freddy Krueger only, this one still had the same appeal as the one prior. The only difference is based off of this. He was sold in 2010 in stores, 2011 to 2012 online only. He was made by Jimmy Industries and only exclusive at Spirit Halloween. The life-size Freddy Krueger from the 2010 model was an animatronic sold at Spirit Halloween for 2010 Halloween season. It resembled a replica of the character from the remake of the movie Nightmare on Elm Street. When activated, it moved its head, eyes, waist, right arm, mouth, and the claw fingers while speaking several phrases from the movie. Now, the voice on this one was a little different because the actor was also not the original actor who played Freddy Krueger. However, the detail on this one, in my opinion, was absolutely beautiful and almost resembled perfectly to the original character from the 2010 remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. They kept the outfit exactly the same, however, the face definitely looked a little more burnt up and a little less human and a little less more like Freddy Krueger. However, that didn't stop Jimmy from making this thing look almost perfect to the original character of the 2010 movie. The thing that improved this one, in my opinion, was that they gave him waist movement and they also gave him arm movement. Along with that, there was even finger movement on the claw, which made it even cooler. Along with the finger movements, this guy even had eye movement and head movement and a mouth movement. How much more advanced can you be? Along with this, it had the improvement of the Try Me button, which the prior model sadly did not have. However, both of these two combined definitely was a much bigger improvement compared to what we're about to look at next.
Ever play Skin the Cat?
Set the mood with wonderfully wicked decor from Jemmy.
You're mine now, piggy! I'm gonna split you in two! Trick or treat!
Coming up at number 3, we have the life-size Freddy Krueger 2019 edition. Now, this guy was sold at the time of 2019 to modern day, or more recently of 2022. This guy was sold at seasonsinflatables.com, homedepot.com, Lowe's, Home Depot in Canada, and Spirit, and could have been in Spirit Halloween, but got canceled sadly. Now, this guy, while the detail was very well put together, he also did not have all the movements the other ones did, making this sadly the downfall of this animatronic trilogy. However, the description simply reads this. The life-size Freddy Krueger of the 2019 edition is an animated Halloween decoration made in 2019 to 2022. He wears his red and black striped sweater, hat, and glove with finger knives. When activated, Freddy moves his right arm and fingers and speaks several different phrases from the movie A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, this animatronic Freddy Krueger stayed original to the first model ever made of the Freddy Krueger, made by Jimmy as well. And while that might be true, this Freddy Krueger sadly just did not have all of the functions that others did. While the first model lacked a movement in the arm, this one seemed to have that but lacked everything else that was supposed to make it original and more realistic. This one lacks head movement, eye movement, and even lacks mouth movement. However, the fact that the fingers do move and the arm goes up and down does kind of make up for it. At least they didn't cheap out on the fingers. And I have to admit, the detail on this Freddy Krueger is overall not that bad. For actually, he looks a little better and a little more true to the original character than the very first model ever did. Now that might be a controversial kind of opinion here, but in my opinion, the face detail on this Freddy Krueger is very nice. However, I don't believe that the hat is big enough for this Freddy Krueger, but overall, it seems like Jimmy did not do that too bad of a job on this guy. It just seems like they obviously at the time had to cheap out on a lot of the movements because this is modern day and things are just not the same like they used to be. But while this guy might have good detail, it doesn't make up for the fact that they couldn't have at least added some head movement or even a possible eye movement, if anything. Sadly, this Freddy Krueger is not the most popular, but it is definitely a more famous modern animatronic that we see today. But this guy is just a fleeting glimpse and a big reminder as to why we have not seen a good Freddy Krueger animatronic like we have in the past in a while. So I hope you all did enjoy this video. Please let me know what you all think in the comments below. Out of the 3 animatronic models for Freddy Krueger, which one is your favorite? Which one do you enjoy having around more? Do you like the modern version? And if you do, explain to me why. Do you like the 2010 version? If you do, explain to me why you like the remake and not the original. If you like the original model, is it because of nostalgia or is it something completely different? Anyways, you all, I hope you all did enjoy this video. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Always try to upload weekly, never try and disappoint you all. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. This is Jimmy Bones, signing off. I will talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.